my fiance loves writing emails to complain about stuff. Loves it. Like if she goes to Starbucks and there's not enough foam in her latte, she's writing an email. If we're at Chipotle and the chicken is dry, they get an email, right? And it works because she gets free stuff all the time. They're constantly sending her coupons for something free. We're sorry, right? But she loves doing it. She actually gets joy in writing these emails. If you're thinking to yourself, good for her, that's exactly what I would do. You're exactly who I want to talk to. Okay. What's going on, YouTube? It's DJ Trev. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me talk to you about something, okay? LUNC, Luna Classic, you're getting bombarded with videos from everybody on LUNC right now because it's going crazy, right? It's doing so well. So happy about it. Now, just a couple days ago, yesterday, right, we were watching this run right here. From here to here, how it ran up, okay? And that was on September 6th. And then, it came back down overnight. We were like, okay, that was a fun run. That was good. And then today, bow, look at it go, all right? And it's still going. Where's it going to go? Nobody knows. But right now it is at 305 on crypto.com. I saw it go up to 511, I think, earlier. Okay, I posted a tweet about it. Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter. All right. Anyway, this is really good, and I'm really happy about this. And a lot of people are saying that a lot of this has to do with the 1.2% burn tax that is imminent. We're getting closer and closer. People are excited about that. Everything that's coming out is basically saying, it's not an if, it's a matter of when. I believe the date that we have right now is somewhere around the 20th or the 21st. Parameter proposal had to be submitted. That should get approved by TFL. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. And then just because of the way that the blocks work and the block heights and, all that technical stuff that we don't get into here. But just because of the way that the blockchain works, it will take until like the 20th, or I've actually heard the 21st, before it is active, okay? Now, once it's active, it is up to the exchanges to actually implement it. And what we got today was a couple different, or a few notes from a couple different exchanges that said, yep, we're there, we're going to implement it, we're good, all right? So let me take you to this one first. Okay, KuCoin. KuCoin official announcement. KuCoin will support. KuCoin will support the 1.2% burn tax proposal of Terra Classic LUNC community. Okay, same thing in the first sentence. Officially approved. All right. KuCoin will support the 1.2% tax burn when the proposal is officially approved and implemented on Terra Classic LUNC mainnet. That's what I just talked about, okay? Services on KuCoin will remain unchanged if the community does not approve the proposal. I don't think anybody thinks it's not going to get approved, but I'm sure they have to put that in. To avoid the potential increase of the deposit fee cost, we strongly suggest users to deposit all the mainnet Terra Classic LUNC tokens into KuCoin before September 12th, 2022. Okay? When I read this sentence, I said, okay, all right, I mean, sure. If you want to avoid the fee, hurry up and make your deposit. But really, what is that going to do about transactions, okay? And come to find out, there were some rules that have been in place all along that got by me, to be honest with you. Maybe they didn't get by some other people. Maybe everybody's known about this, but they kind of caught me by surprise, and I want to bring it up to you. All right, anyway, related follow-ups to this subject will be announced separately. Okay, that's all fine, right? After KuCoin, let me see, who else did we have? Where are we? Did I miss it? No, I got to go back to Oh, it's down here. Silly me. All right. After KuCoin, we had this one that came out by Gate.io. Gate.io announcement regarding the Terra Classics 1.2% tax proposal. And this is the one that caught my eye. According to the Terra Classics proposal for the 1.2% tax parameter change on chain transactions on the Terra Classic, including LUNC and USTC, may be charged a 1.2% tax starting on about September 12th or 19th by the Terra rebels on official or unofficial wallets, depending on if the proposal is supported by the TFL before September 5th. Okay, some of those dates might be a little off, but that's okay. You get the gist. Gate.io supports the community's development proposal. As always, we will implement the proposed on-chain burn on LUNC and USTC if the proposal is approved. As an exchange, the trading of LUNC and USTC are not on-chain activities and will not be charged the tax. If you want to avoid the potential on-chain tax on deposits, it is highly recommended that you should deposit LUNC or USDC on Gate.io before September 12th. Okay, it's the same as KuCoin, right? So, what I just kind of pointed out there is not something new. It's not something that I should have just learned, but it's something that I just learned. I've read these proposals, and for some reason I skipped right by it. If you were going, let's say, Binance to Binance, you're doing a purchase or a sell of LUNC. That's considered off-chain, and it will not be subject to the tax. Okay, if you're doing anything from Gate.io or Binance or anything like that to the chain, or anything from on-chain to okay, then it's going to be taxed. But just buying and selling off-chain on these exchanges, that tax is not implemented. I don't know how many of us were aware of that. Some of you who are a little more savvy with this stuff probably were aware of it, but I don't think it's something that's been talked about a whole heck of a lot. Okay, let me go back over here for a second. I'm going to close that down and come back this way. Where was I? All right. So. Oh, no. Actually, no. I'm sorry. Bear with me. I actually want to stay there for a second. Let me pull this one up. So this was the actual proposal. Proposal for the 1.2% tax parameter. This is kind of where it was, and it's been other places too, but I just missed it. Smart contract transaction. For example, here we describe several taxes to and from wallets. Binance to Binance, off-chain, no tax, unless this internally forces them to move cold to hot wallet. On-chain to Binance, taxed. On-chain to other centralized exchanges, taxed. Binance to on-chain, taxed. Other exchanges to on-chain, taxed. On-chain to on-chain. This is a message send. I'm not sure what that means. Taxed. Delegate to validator. Okay, delegate to validator, not taxed. So when you stake your coins, they don't get taxed. Okay. Undelegate. When you undelegate from your validator, it's not taxed. You withdraw from your validator, not taxed. If you use your coins, tokens, whatever, to vote on proposals, those aren't taxed. To make a proposal for governance, not taxed. Swapping from LUNC to UST, they say it's currently disabled but not taxed. Okay, so these are some of the things that are taxed and not taxed. And I'll tell you, the majority of the transactions are done the way they describe it, as off-chain. Okay, from like a Binance to Binance kind of thing. So, the tax, isn't going to affect as many things as I thought it was going to affect. Now, listen, this doesn't mean that the tax is no good now and we're not going, it's not going to do anything for us. Even if it was the way that I thought it was, we still have to wait and see exactly what this is going to do, how it's going to play out. Are people going to continue to buy and sell and trade and do different things, even though they're getting taxed and the gas fees and whatever? Is that going to turn some people off, like some people think, and they're going to like move away from it? Or is the community going to say, yes, this is what we wanted, this is what we voted for, we're jumping in and we're doing this, okay? I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But this kind of spelled something out for me that I wasn't aware of. I don't know how many of you were aware of it, and so I wanted to bring it to your attention. Now, what can we do about it? Well, that brings me to what I was talking about as far as my girlfriend writing letters. And if you're the kind of person who likes to write emails, this is when we write to, tweet to, however we can get to them, these exchanges. Now, MEXC, I'm not sure what they're going to do. As far as I know, they haven't released any kind of statement yet. But, I mean, they kind of have already implemented the tax on transactions before it's even officially on chain, okay? They've already done it. So I'm hoping that they're going to do it the way we'd like to see it done. Transactional. On chain, off chain, whatever, tax, okay? And the rest of these guys, the Binances, the Gate.ios, the KuCoins, whoever else is out there, I think we'd like to see them all doing it too. They don't have to. The way the proposal is written, they don't have to. And they probably don't want to be the bad guy. Not everybody wants to be the one where we're going to tax it on, because if Binance taxes it on off-chain transactions and KuCoin doesn't, there's going to be a certain amount of people, maybe a lot of people, who go and do their transactions over on KuCoin to save the 1.2%, right? So this is probably what they're thinking. They all need to hear with a resounding voice from us. They all need to hear that we want them all to do it. Because now, let's say that there's three of them, and there's more. Let's say there's three of them, right? If one of them does it, people could run to the other two, so the one isn't going to do it. But if two of them do it, then that one that's a holdout, now they kind of get vilified, right? It's not like, okay, you might have some people that run over and do their transactions over there, but the majority of the community is going to be like, what's up with you, right? How come everybody else is doing it for us, but you're not, okay? So this is what we need to do. Yeah, we need to get on every bit of social media that we can find these exchanges on, and we need to let them know that we would like them, please, be kind about it, to implement this 1.2% tax. Once it goes live on chain, we would like them to implement it off chain as well. All right, that's all we can do is ask them for it, but ask them for it loudly. Okay, and that's what I wanted to bring to your attention. Now, there was one other thing that I wanted to point out, and that is this. This is an article written on Medium by Edward Kim. And if you guys have subscribed to my channel and you watch my videos, you know who Ed Kim is. Edward Kim is a crowd favorite. He's a member of the Terror Rebels. He's a professor. He's the man with the answers. He really is. This guy is a whiz. Well, he wrote a Medium article, and it's a long article, and I'm going to link it in the video because I think you all should read it. It really spells out not only the things that I've just been talking about, but it spells out some other things that might be coming down the line, okay, that everybody needs to know about. But these last three paragraphs, the way he wraps this up, to me, is poetry, okay? And I just want to read this to you. One of the most common questions that I have encountered in the past several months is, why are you doing this? Unfortunately, this question reflects the mistrust and skepticism that plagues the crypto community. To answer this question, I am reminded of destructive natural disasters that cause fatalities and billions of dollars in damage. In the wake of these disasters, volunteers respond to help the survivors rebuild and restore their communities. Most people would think it absurd to ask one of the volunteers, why are they helping? right? So my question back is, if you could help, why wouldn't you? If there ever were a need for volunteer workers in a digital disaster, this is it, and the time is now. The Terra collapse is comparable in scale, where over 60 billion in value was destroyed and people lost their lives and their livelihoods. Let's not lose sight that behind the technology, there are people. And ultimately, that is the foundation driving this recovery. Finally, for those on the outside looking in, the articles and stories you are reading about the perils of LUNC are true. What we are doing is crazy. We are rebuilding on a platform with a failed reputation, trying to fix a problem that we did not create, and resurrecting a debt, restructuring a debt of $10 billion that does not belong to us. One might say that we are doing it. One might say that what we are doing is downright lunacy. However, from what I have witnessed these past couple months, the LUNC community is one of a kind and united from overcoming trial after trial. We believe that there is a path to recovery, and it could ignite a comeback of biblical proportions, a David and Goliath story that happens once in a millennia. Here, we present a glimpse of that roadmap, one that is so crazy it might just have a chance. Read this article. These terror rebel guys, they're all over the place with their ideas, but they are submitting ideas. And then they come together and they coalesce and they work them out and they brainstorm them. And, they peer review them. And they don't just do it amongst themselves. They do it in the middle of the Discord for all the community to comment on. This is not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I always have to say that, but there are times in my videos that I really need to say it really, so you can really hear it, okay? And I had to say that because this, to me, it just looks like, how can it fail? How can it fail? There are so many people. I've never seen anything like this. There are so many people who are working so hard to do the best thing for the community, for those who have invested after the crash, for those who invested before the crash. They are putting their hearts and souls into this, and every waking moment is, how do we make this work? How do we rebuild this? How do we make it better? How do we make the price go up? Okay? And this is what we've been seeing going on. Okay? Look at this. You know what this is? This is because of all their hard work. And this is because of us too. Okay? The community standing by and saying, yeah, this is what we want. We're going to stand by you. We're going to do the right thing. So let's continue to stand by. Let's continue to do the right thing. Let's wait for this 1.2% tax to come out. But let's get on our keyboards and start emailing these exchanges and telling them they need to implement it too. Off-chain, all transactions. All right? That's it. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for watching. Again, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I will catch you later. Ciao.